Hello, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Anybody know what kind of rock, crystal this is? It's very good for healing your heart. Today we're going to go into that part of us. That is one of the most important parts that we have. Hello, Yael. Yes, and I'm inviting you in to my little living room here. I'm going to be doing some readings, but I'm also going to be answering questions, as many as I can. I'm going to look for the feed here, because I'm going to try to see if I can share at the same time. So do me a favor and share this feed. We're going to be we're going to be talking about crystal children, indigo children. We're going to be talking about Galactic, our galactic heritage. We will be talking about doing some readings, and we are going to be, whatever is channeled through me is going to be happening. Now, I want you to all know that I also am, on Friday, I will be in New York. I will be doing I will be reading through from my book, and then I'm also going to be doing a channeling meditation for the people that are going to be coming. So it's going to be very interesting time for me, because I'm going to go up to New York. I'm going to have a wonderful time, but I'm also looking for subjects to talk about, because I'm always here I am. Okay, so I'm always going to share this with groups. So just one moment, I'll be right back, my dears. I'm going to be sharing this with So funny when you find your own feed, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm already on. That's a little crazy. So I'm going to share at the same time so that I know that it is happening. The Global Sisterhood. And, oh, great. Great. You see, there are a lot of people that I am enjoying meeting, more or less. We're having more and more that are coming here on my feed. And I'm saying that, there's a part of me that understands that we are constantly evolving, all of us. So one of the reasons why we are here and we are opening up for this is because we're also opening up our hearts. You see, opening up our hearts is going to help us in so many ways, connecting with each other and being able to spread this beautiful, wonderful energy. And each one of you that does this, and each one of you that is helping spread the love frequency around the world, is helping evolving this whole world. And I am just so grateful for each one of you. So in the beginning, I was talking about this. You see what this is? As far as I know, this is a chrysocolla. I look at this as chrysocolla. This is one of the best this is one of the best, rocks or crystals to heal your heart. It's very strong, though. If you have heart issues, like you have physical heart issues, I might not use that. I'll probably use a pink quartz instead. But today for the feed, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a card for each one of you. And we're going to go into hello, Jeremy. We're going to go into the medicine cards. The native medicine cards. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, sometimes we need to connect with Mother Earth, okay? So this is a little bit, today, guess what card we got? We got the hummingbird. This is, okay, Jael, the rock that I was talking about is it's chrysocolla. Some of you guys probably are better than me. I use this one for healing the heart. So right now I'm holding on to it while I'm working with you guys. So 44, we got the hummingbird. Hummingbird energy is a very, very powerful energy. It's the energy of joy. And it's associated with the ghost shirt religion. I do not know what that is. So don't kill the messenger. This is just the energy that's coming through right now, okay? So so the ghost shirt religion taught that a certain dance done properly would bring about the return of the animals and the white people would disappear. Oops. Okay. Once again, the original people would know the joy of old ways. In Mayan teachings, hummingbird is connected to the black sun and the fifth world. Hummingbird can give us medicine to solve the riddle of the contradiction of duality. The song of hummingbird awakens the medicine flowers, and hummer sings a vibration of pure joy. Flowers love hummingbird because nectar sucking brings about the reproduction of their families, and plants flower and live because of hummingbird. So they have a really, really important presence here. And I don't know if you ever heard the hummingbirds. Have you ever tried to take a photo of a hummingbird? I had a really high-speed camera, and I was trying to catch that hummingbird. I mean, I have several hummingbird feeders out here, so I'm always seeing these hummingbirds. But with the high-speed camera, I never could get a proper picture, and I'm not that one that has that much patience. I don't know how you guys are, but sometimes patience is not what I have. I want things to happen now, and if they don't, I'm going to be really unhappy. Anyway, because of their magical qualities, hummingbird feathers have been used for millennium in the making of love charms. It is said that hummingbird conjures love as no other medicine does, and that hummingbird feathers open the heart. Without an open and loving heart, you can never taste the nectar and pure bliss of life. Guess what? We're talking about love today, right? And love, hummingbird is love. Wow. If hummingbird is your personal medicine, you love life and its joys. Your presence brings joy to others, and you join people together in relationships which bring out the best in them. You know instinctively where beauty abides, and near or far, you journey to your ideal. You move comfortably within a beautiful environment and help others taste the succulent nectar of life. So, hummingbird holds the bough of beauty, which is delicately inlaid with gold and silver flowers, pearls, and precious jewels. Hummingbird disdains ugliness or harshness, and quickly flies away from discord or disharmony. If hummingbird has flown into your cards, get ready to laugh musically. Thank you. Get ready to laugh. Got off the thing here. Musically and enjoy creator's many gifts. Drop your mental attitude and relax. Hummingbird will no doubt give you a flash of the spirit, darting here, there, and everywhere. Get ready for a strange new burst of energy which may send your senses reeling. Hummingbird hears the celestial music and is in harmony with it. Hummingbird may invite you to an art museum or a concert, and it embraces the highest aesthetics. Yay! Hello, everybody. Sending out a whole bunch of love today, this afternoon. Never be coarse in front of hummingbird, for this is a fragile medicine which may have no understanding of worldly affairs. Beauty is the target, and hummingbird's mission is to spread joy or to be destroyed. Hummingbird quickly dies if caged, caught, or imprisoned. Ooh, do I recognize that one? Follow Sister Hummingbird, and you will soon be filled with, okay, this is a word I don't even know, paroxysms of joy. I need to look that one up. And experience a renewal of the magic of living. Yay! This is just amazing. So, I'm just going to do something here. Galactic empath. Okay, we got there. So, what I want to tell you guys is, whoever has shared my feed now, I'm going to take some cards for you guys. But other than that, please ask questions, because whatever I can do to help in working here and help everybody evolve, I'm going to be doing. So Brett, I got a little bit, Roberto, long time no see. Wow, this is pretty cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see who has shared this feed with me. I know somebody has because I saw that. Oh, Demetrius. Okay, so I'm going to be choosing quite telepathically. No. I'm just going to choose which deck we're going to take from. And one of my favorite decks has become actually the Galactic. The Galactic Heritage deck. It's become one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna take from there, right? So yeah, let's see here. Okay, let's see, Demetrius. I love that name. That's a beautiful, beautiful name, Demetrius. Reminds me of spiritual sovereignty. Spiritual sovereignty. So the Galactics are saying from the Sasani. I'm going to have to read about that one. Because like I'm telling people, I love these cards, but these are a little bit new for me. So I don't know, even though I look at them and I can see a lot, they have these spiritual sovereignty. You know, before we read, let's just look at it. When we are sovereign, because we are all sovereign, I'm always teaching everybody that. We are sovereign. There is nobody that is above us. I mean, nobody. I don't care what you think of. Each one of us is sovereign in our own right, okay? So I would say like this. Spiritual sovereignty is that you declare that you are the spiritual being that you are, because in the physical world, we are not as strong as we are in the non-physical world. Let's see what they're saying here a little bit. I just want to know. Spiritual sovereignty is a place of complete balance. I like it. One walks in integrity, has completed unfinished business, confronted and owned the shadow, recognizes illusion, and knows the self intimately without judgment from here. The person becomes free to feel the flow of the universe that is called synchronicity. This is an essential Sasani teachings. Once you're firmly rooted in an open-hearted life based on integrity and synchronicity, you become a fully realized being. Hey, I like it. Demetrius, you didn't know that, did you? I didn't either. Well, I mean, I feel it. Because I've gone through, I've taken that, I've taken the path, but I feel it, but wow, what a card. This is a roadmap to awakening for individuals and Earth as a whole. And if you haven't already, it's time to begin the journey. This is beautiful. I love this card. I actually want to doodle. You see how you see how they look? They look a little funny, don't they? But they look magical in some way. Look at their round hats. Hey, can anyone make one of those for me? I want one of these hats. Anyway, spiritual sovereignty. You know, when we are in the spiritual world, we are actually sovereign. You know, if we meet a spirit on this plane here and we see them, we are still much more powerful. Oh my gosh, I see the deer over there. Aw, I feed them all the time, so I'm always seeing them. So they're going right outside there. Okay. Let's see here. Anyone else? Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to see who's sharing, because, and another one, you guys can ask questions. I'm going to see how much I can see. I'm saying hello to everyone here. I'm so happy that you guys, yay, Demetrius. Well, you know, we are all here. If you're here on this feed, you are evolved. Everyone here is drawn to that energy, right? So does it mean that we are completely complete? No, we're not complete. We have a lot of work to still do. Because one thing is, we need to work on ourselves every single day. I believe in that very, 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 very strongly. That's the only way that we're actually ever going to be able to evolve and to help our sisters and brothers evolve as well. We can never do it. We can never work with someone else. We have to work with ourselves. Now, that being said, I work as a therapist. Yes, I do work with other people. But if they don't want to do the work, I mean, I'll do my part, but if they don't want to continue doing the work, well, then it's not going to happen. It's going to happen, they're going to get better, but then they're going to go back to old routines and stuff like that. So, Joel, Annika, hi. Okay, so just share my feed, please. That's all I am asking for, to share the feed. Good afternoon, everyone. So I want to do another one. I'm going to take a card here for the 22nd. Today is the 22nd. 22nd is a powerful day. I decided to get my butt in gear. In other words, I have to do the opposite of most people. I actually have to go and work out and try to evolve my way of eating, evolve my way of working out. Ooh, this one wants to fall out. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Truth, yes, truth. Look at that. Just fell right out of the deck. I like this card because it has a lot to do with you being in your truth. Because everybody has a story. You know how it is when we're born down into this planet. As you all know, many of us are aliens. I just found out I was completely 100% alien, so that's that just made me happy. I was like, yeah, I've always felt that way. Yeah, everybody's always thought I was weird. But anyway, but truth is one of those things that we really, really have to stay with, our own truth. So you're all co-creators. You see, I'm creating my world, but I'm co-creating it with you. Each one of you that is there is my co-creator. You are the creator of your world. And again, each one of those people that you're connecting with are your co-creators. Everything. Yes, I love aliens too. I think I'm a good alien. I heard I was in one of my meditations when I was downloading the information that went into my book. One of my meditations was, they told me I was Anunnaki, and I was so pissed. I was like, no, I cannot be Anunnaki. Where is the Anunnaki in me? And my group was saying to me, well, the Anunnaki is part of your DNA. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I don't like the way they look. They scare me. And they're like, well, just look it up, and this is part of you, just so you know. Truth. So your truth might be different from my truth. Does it mean your truth is not right and that is not true? No. It means that from your perspective, this is the way you see it. And we all know if we are telling the truth or not, right? We all know that. If we're telling the truth, we're sending that beautiful energy out. We don't have to think about what we say the next day because we know we've told the truth, right? But again, it's from my perspective. Like, guys, have you ever had sisters and brothers and you all went through a certain event and then many, many years later you talk about it and one sister says one thing, the brother says another thing, and you say a completely third thing, and you're like, wait a minute, were we not all on that same place? Didn't we not all have this happen? And you see how different we perceive it. That's just the way it is in the world. And I think it's important to also know that we can never expect anyone, we can never change anybody else's mind on many of the things that they believe in. The only thing I believe, and here again, believe has the word lie in it. I always say that the things that I teach are things that I know. It's a knowing. It's my experience. In order to teach, I feel I have to experience it. Otherwise, I can't teach it. So just because I read it in a book does not mean that it's a knowing for me. It's only something that I've read, something that I have, learned from someone else. But if I don't experience it, it's not my own knowing. It's anyway, let's see here. Melinda, let's see what we're gonna, Melinda, financial and material changes. You are in that state of change. Guess what? Guess who's in change? Like everyone, right? Everyone has to change. So in that case, we're looking at here. You're looking at the number 5, which is very. It's the 5 fingers. You have the change. You have all the colors. I just look at it. Let me see here. Material and financial. I look at you, Melinda, I look at you, you're going to be having a good time. It's going to be some changes. It can be a little bit tough in the beginning, but guess what? These changes are going to be actually good for you. Sometimes, you know, we don't even see it. We see the door that is closing. We don't see the door that is opening until we're already there. And I'm just saying that, sometimes we have these changes going on and we're a little bit afraid. Try allowing this to happen. Like don't even just allow the unfolding. So right now I'm looking at the world in a way. I'm looking at a world in a way and I'm looking at it, wow, it's just unfolding in front of me, right? It's like here we are sitting, it's like watching the movies. We're watching the movies. So I said to the universe, okay, universe, this happened yesterday, but today I would like to know about when I'm going to manifest this and this and that. And so I asked the universe, okay, show me. I'm going to take one step at a time. Every single day I'm going to take that step and I'm going to continue taking that step. And when I'm done with that, I want to see what happens. Well, I've noticed sometimes that if you stay and wait for things to be manifesting, it's not going to happen. But if you go and do something you like to do, guess what? Suddenly somebody calls you, you get an extra booking, or something comes in the mail, or things end up in your doorstep, sending out the love to other people, and you always get the love back. So that's really that's really the key here. Now we were talking about spiritual sovereignty. This card here you can definitely also use as a it's almost like you can use it as a token of your development. But it's almost like you are like they were saying, you're balanced. And I feel balanced. I used to have a really hard time with spiritual, physical. How do I work in a physical world and bring in the spirituality to help me? And that was one thing that I felt very often was very, very difficult. Do you guys feel that ever? That you like, oh, how can I want to bring in the spiritual world into this physical. How do we do that? Well, there are meditations that can teach that. I do a vibration workshop where I show that. Because once you use the spiritual energy, because the bigger part of you is non-physical, right? So once you use the spiritual energy, bring that into your chakras. Okay, this is the Tibetan meditation that I teach, right? Once you do that, and then you focus your energy, then you're not just focusing your energy, you're focusing the energy of the universe towards whatever it is that you want to manifest. Guess what? You become a superhuman manifester. It's like, it's one of those things, you can ask anybody that has suddenly brought in the universal energy when they're manifesting, how fast things go. Yes. We got the okay, let's see here. Shared, let's see. Oh, let me see. I want to make sure I didn't. Okay. Aurora. Let me see here. Aurora, let's see with you. Let's see what's going on with you, Aurora. All the beautiful people here on this feed. All the beautiful love. Love, love, love. Just share my feed and you will get a reading. Let me see here. I will read as many as I can. Okay, Aurora, I don't know about you, but I don't know if this one came last time, but we're getting the whale again, the dream time and awakening. So right now, it's the time for dreaming and awakening. So sometimes, have you ever done the daydreaming where you just, you go to sleep again, you fall asleep again after you have gotten up, and then you go back to a little extra nap, and then you dream? Ooh, I love doing that. That's like the best thing in the world. So when I do that, And when I see the whale has to do with mana, it has to do with breath, it has to do with love, it has to do with frequency, it has to do with raising your frequency. Let me go in and look at what they are writing here about that. 91. Like I say, these galactic cards are a little new for me. I see them in one way, but I want to make sure you guys get as much of it as possible. Whale consciousness, which is connected to Sirius, not serious, but Sirius, you know, up there. And is more like a group consciousness, has the capability of rising above the dream of physical reality and operating in an awakened state. I just dropped off. Somebody was trying to call me here. For millennia, whales have been our guides beyond the physical plane. Now that it is time for human consciousness to evolve, we too must learn to rise above the dream of physical reality and enter the awakened state that is the true reality. Did I talk to you about vibration? Raising that vibration. See, you know, sometimes you can just bring it down from the above, all that information. You don't have to read it in a book, but we're reading just to make sure, right? In meditation, imagine the loving presence of a whale and connect with its heart. Yes. See, the first thing I started with was this rock. It clears your heart chakra. Okay, breathe together. Breathing is another one that's very, very powerful. And let it guide you through dream time and into awakening. Yay, look at that. That was amazing. That is an amazing little card. And I love the way the whale looks. Look at how cute it is. I want to draw a whale like that. That's so cute. Ah! Anyway, I can get all giddy about whales because whales are very, very powerful beings. So let's see here. Heidi, you need to, okay, let's see here. Pot of gold. Pot of gold, I do remember that name. Do you have a pot of gold somewhere close by? Okay, this is coming up. Creative communication. Pot of gold, look at that. Sirius. Creative communication. Sometimes I have to look at these cards to really see them because this one is really interesting. Look at that. It's very interesting, intricate artwork. Sometimes they're very simple and sometimes they're very, very creative. Now, that one was very creative. Let's go. Let's see what that is saying. And I opened up to it directly. The Sirius energy is known for its profound spiritual communication. It acknowledges that you have a connection with a Sirius guide, future self, or dolphin energy that is currently working with you. Spend some time in quiet meditation connecting with this energy and let this energy help you inspirationally communicate with those you love. If you do any form of channeling, this Sirius energy can assist. If you have difficulty saying things that need to be said in your life, ask this guide for help. It can help you clear karmic patterns regarding your fear of expressing yourself. You know what, guys? It's interesting because I'm sure each one of you has someone that you have a hard time communicating with. And one thing I've learned to do, and that's something that I was teaching and was taught, it was one of the messages that I needed to bring down to this planet, was put a heart around the people you have a hard time communicating with. Of course, all your loved ones, but also the ones that are your not so loved ones. And put a heart around the communication, the actual what you need to be saying to each other. Because when you do that, you disintegrate the negativity. You allow for the positivity to flow. So it's one of those things that I would say, continue connecting with the people that you want to connect with, but on a non-physical level. And then continue doing that. Every time you think about this person and you think, oh, this person is blah, 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 all you do is connect. You put hearts around them, put hearts around them, put hearts around them. When I drive past the po-po, you know, the police, I send hearts around them. Actually, that did help once when I was about to get a ticket. Everybody who knows me knows I like to drive fast. And actually, one time it did help. I was saying, instead of getting mad, I said, okay, I'm just going to put so much love into that person. Give that person so much love that they just cannot give me a ticket. That's actually what happened. I don't want to say to people, manipulate with it, but I was just sending him love. Okay, I'm sorry. That was just the way I was able to do everything. So, and sometimes, you know, if we're going to speak to someone, we're really nervous about it, send hearts ahead of time so that when you get there, there's already hearts in that whole room, and when you walk in with the hearts. That's what I'm going to do in New York. I'm going to send so much love to New York. Oh my gosh, New York has never even felt that ever. Anybody who's going to see me in New York, they're going to say, whoa, what's going on here, you know? Because I'm going to put a big heart bubble all over New York before I get there. So I can't wait. I can't wait till I get there. No, Tora. No, it's just a bus. Wow. Okay, it's a big bus. Anyway, so Sarah, let's see. Was it Sarah that I gave this one to? Yeah, this was Potter. Let's see here. Sarah. Let's see. What do you want? What would you rather have? Galactic or... No, Sarah, you're going to get the Keepers of Light. I haven't used these cards today, so I'm going to do that. We're going to see what the Keepers of Light have to say, because they have some really powerful things. Sarah. Okay, let's see what the Keepers of Light say. Sanat Kumara, light activation. This is very, very powerful. Wow. Okay, and he even has some roses. Do you guys see that? He's got some roses. Woo, la la. Okay. Shine your light, Sarah. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So, and if you don't, sometimes we don't always feel it. Sometimes we're like, oh boy, I don't even know if I feel this right now. Let me just see what else they're saying about it. Elemental PQ Sanat Kumaro. It means eternal youth. It's an advanced cosmic light being who is dedicated to helping the earth rise up towards the light. He is, as far as I'm concerned, the leader of the Keepers of Light. He has been acknowledged as a god in Hinduism and in the Mahabharata story. I do not know how to say that word, which has come down from heaven, bearing God's divine plan. In more recent times, he has been acknowledged as coming from Venus and bringing through unconditional love. Ooh, that could be very useful right now for everyone here. Don't you think? Don't you guys think so? Yeah. He has eyes that are made of the cosmos, with the ability to penetrate the soul and activate its brightest light yet. He can seem otherworldly because his looks are beyond human. He is a being of light, shining with the purest intentions. He is the twin flame of Lady Venus. Together they activate the heart and light of those who welcome their help, so they can shine brighter than ever. You are here. Okay, Sarah, you are here to light up the world. And you know what? Everyone who's listening right now, each one of you is here. This is for you as well, okay? So just know this. You are here to light up the world. You may feel that you are being pushed or that there is a lot going on at once. And this is because your energy is magnetic to others and they want it in their life. So take the time to listen to your inner voice. Remember the cosmic light of heaven and draw it to you. That is all you need to do to inspire this world. Look at his eyes. Look at those eyes. Ooh. They look very, very, very blue. Blue and white. Very, very, very beautiful. And I actually almost know, wow, when I'm looking at him right now, when I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm getting drawn into that light. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Very powerful. So, in other words, being of light, shine your light, every one of you. Love you, Lynn. So every one of you, shine your light. I like this. So another thing I was going to ask you guys. Some of you are probably younger, and some of you have probably gone through the difficult stages of being born into this time. And I was gonna ask you about that, because you know about the Indigo children. and the crystal children. You know why there are so many crystal children coming in right now? See, the indigo children came in, it was a whole wave of children that came in with multidimensional abilities, but they came in as warriors to really ruffle up a lot of things. And a lot of the kids that came in, the 90s, 80s, 90s, maybe into the 2000s, maybe a little bit, and then the crystal children took over, came in. It was a new wave that came in. Anyway, many of these children from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, the beginning of the 2000s, they had their job was to come down and ruffle everybody's feathers. And they came into families that sometimes were not able to understand, and school systems that absolutely did not understand what they were doing. 88, baby, yeah. Yeah. And they had some school systems that did not understand how to, the teachers were not equipped with these multidimensional kids coming in with all this knowledge, and they were bored, literally bored in school, because what was being taught, there were so many of us are very fast learners. We might not be bookworms. I am, but not everyone is. But you know, we just learn fast. We're much easier in grasping a lot of things, and we just get bored. Or we get restless, and that was what was happening a lot. Kids were getting restless. I had my son, I had to put him in hockey, which was the best thing for him because it got him to get out his emotions, and it got him to be really powerful. Today he's a professional hockey player, so I'm really proud of him. But that was what he wanted when he was 10 years old. I mean, he told me, "That's it, Mom, I don't want to do anything else, I want to play hockey." So, but what I want to say too is that so the 80s, 90s, and the beginning of the 2000s were the Indigo children that came in. Their DNA was very well developed, and is still very well developed. But I remember the doctors especially around the 80s, they were wondering what this junk DNA was. And I was thinking, no, it's not junk DNA. They're just much more evolved. Science is not catching up to them. These kids are just way more awake. And then, of course, many were medicated, which is really, really sad, or were put in institutions, which is really, really sad. I have met several that I have been able to help out of that system because I can see what they can see, so I can see that there's nothing wrong with them. These kids are just multidimensional. They just see it in so many different ways. And then came the crystal children. And guess what? Everybody started buying crystals. Crystals was the biggest thing. Since sliced bread, it's like everybody has to have crystals in their house. Nobody knows why. And the reason is because they're transmitters and they're accelerators, and they are also they clear your chakras, they clear your space, your home. You have to constantly be cleaning them. That's another thing. But the crystal children, and guess what? Each one of us have crystals in our systems. So we are transmitters. I mean, we are transmitters of energy, but we are also receivers. And you have a crystal in your computers. You have crystals in your watches, or if you have watches. I don't wear watches anymore. I haven't done it since maybe 20 years back. I told myself time does not exist for me. Okay, that's not really true, but I didn't want to be a slave to time. So I took off my watch. I was like, that's over for me. But yeah, no, so the most important thing to know is that I think there's a new wave of children coming in, and I think they're called the Rainbow Kids. That's a new one for me. I don't really know. I'm getting that information that's coming to me. I'm hearing it. I'm feeling it. I'm downloading it. Haven't really gone that far with it. But regarding the rainbow, each one of us is a rainbow bridge. Now, you can hear about the rainbow bridge. There's a book that was out in the 60s called The Rainbow Bridge. But really what we are rainbow bridges. So we connect through our chakras from this, we connect the cosmic energy or the divine energy with the earth energy. So we're the bridges between that, which is pretty cool, right? And if you look at the chakras, they have all the colors of the rainbow. There you go. So but the crystal children came in, and they came in, it was much easier for them because they chose, okay, that's another one you guys know, right? They chose their families much more, they were much more diligent in choosing the right family that could let them be these amazing awakened souls, right? Because we as souls, we choose our families. We choose our mom and our dad. Sometimes it looks, when we come down on this earth, it's like, why did we choose those people to be our mom and dad? I mean, they were the worst mom and dad you could ever think of. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying that many times we look at them, we're like, okay, I must have been blonde when I was choosing my mom and dad, you know? Because but I see it as a blessing today. But when I was younger, I just didn't understand. Why didn't one have anything to do with me? What's wrong with me? Well, I found out it wasn't anything wrong with me. It was what we had chosen. The contract we wrote on that other side before we came in was that they were going to bring me into this world. They're going to abandon me, both of them. And that was going to have to I was going to have to teach myself how to love. And that's why with Chrysocolla, my little love rock here, Chrysocolla. This is a raw version of it, but this is the love rock. So if you need any love, just put that rock on your heart. Ooh. Or come join me on my feeds, and I'll be sending out all that love to you guys, because I definitely feel your love. But I also feel it's an exchange. It's a love flow, right? Okay, it's a love flow. Now I had one interesting comment, because I send a lot of love to everyone here. I had one interesting comment, and they were saying to me, you know what? I got really hot. What was it he said? I got excited. I was like, oh boy. Well, I'm sending love from my heart, okay? I just want to tell you this right now. It's heart love. It's heart to heart. We're connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, okay? Just putting a disclaimer out there. I mean, I'm letting the love flow, but I mean, it's from my heart, okay? No, nothing else, just that. That should be enough. Okay. Jenin. Let's see, Jenin. Let's see here. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Okay, I feel we're doing a galactic reading here. They are so wonderful to bring this energy down here, because, you know, and I was telling you guys, being alien, right? Spiritual commitment. Vega. Jenin, you are being asked to really commit spiritually. Each one of you on the feed here, haha, you can't get away from that one either. So you guys are all, we're going to do 72. We're going to see what happens here. What do they say here? 72. Spiritual commitment. In modern times, very often we only make a spiritual commitment when we are in pain. Exactly. How many times haven't you, like, when you've hurt yourself or you've done something really, really bad, and say, okay, God, please help me? Yeah, anyway. When the pain goes away, we become busy with the distractions of life and no longer remember our commitment. The Vegans never lost their spiritual commitments and wove them into their everyday lives in so many enriching ways. This card asks you to look honestly at your spiritual commitments. How can you strengthen them no matter whether you are feeling pain or joy? Go deep within and find the longing to be one with the universe. Remember that longing and your commitment can begin there. You see? That's beautiful. Now, I work with people in workshops, and my workshops are really deep and pretty profound. And I have everybody more or less make a commitment of at least 48 days to do the meditations every single day. In the beginning, I didn't do that. It was not a commitment. It was not anything we agreed upon. Now I'm more making you agree to that, because I am using a whole day for you. And you know, everybody's time is valuable. My time is valuable, and I honor my time. And so if I'm working with you to get you to be the highest vibration there is to be, then I need you to commit at least 48 days to do the meditation every single day. Anyway, I'm just saying that there is this thing about, you know, nothing comes easy. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Let me see what that is. That's for Lynn. Awareness, Lynn. Lynn Hudson. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Oh, I love this card. This card has, you see on the crown chakra, there's like a fire. It's opening. It's a beautiful, and then you have the round divine circle as well. Look at that. So we are connecting. We are aware. We are going into this beautiful awareness. All of us are opening up. All of us are becoming aware. This is not just for one version, one person. It's for everyone. On 27, let's see here. I want to read what this one says, because this one is such a beautiful card, and I love it every time I come. I get such joy of seeing it. It just has this. This card is one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in your life, whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self-motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage. They're all part of you. Once you learn to tap into and use them, you'll be amazed by the power and effect they have on you. You have the ability to allow the universe to work in partnership with you. You see, that was what I was saying to you guys before. Bring in the universal energy. Bring in the God energy. Bring in the divine energy. And then work your magic. That's probably why I love this card. It's such a beautiful card, and I just feel that that's the awareness. When you're aware of the fact that you are more than your physical body, you are aware of a lot, I can tell you. And this card is often drawn when you're ready to switch directions, start a new project, or change careers. Now is the time to use positive thoughts, visualizations, and affirmations as you veer away from negativity. Ooh, that's a good one too. Knowledge is power and can lead to success. By having faith, keeping your willpower strong and directed, and by tapping into the tools that you possess, as well as calling on the magic from the universe, you can accomplish anything and everything you set out to do. Wow, I'm always saying this to people. I need to draw this. You know, sometimes when you see something, you're welcome. You know, sometimes when you see something like this, that you want to draw, it's a good idea to do it, even if you just need to trace it. But the reason is because it's going to be imprinted in your mind. The fact that you can do and accomplish anything and everything you set out to do. Wow, that's powerful. I rest my case. If everybody would know this, guess what? We would all be in that space where we don't ever have to doubt. Stay away from doubt and know that everything that you ever wanted to accomplish is accomplishable. Nothing stops it. Wow. I'm just getting all giddy just by thinking about it. Okay, Tricia. Let's see. Tricia, what am I getting? I'm getting the Galactic as well. Yes, a lot of hearts. Oh, those are beautiful. Okay, Tricia, let's see what we have here. Let's get some love to everyone here. I have a painting. It's called the Love Bug. Hey, it's not even on my walls now. I haven't sold it yet, so I'm just wondering. Tricia, coming full circle. We're in the Galactic. We're doing the Galactic cards. Coming full circle. I need to look that one up because that looks really interesting. It's almost like coming full circle is usually about, yeah, you've taken a trip and you've gone around and around, and you are. In the ancient days, the Syrians placed codes within our DNA. Yeah, that's right. To help us evolve when the time was right. Everyone is awakening right now. And I'm going to bring back this card here. Awareness. We are all awakening, okay? The time is now. Humankind is awakening as the Syrians had hoped. Their task has come full circle. If you pull this card, then you have a connection to that ancient Syrian past. And because of humankind's awakening, you have recently completed a karmic pattern held for thousands of years. Wow. You may feel subtle energies of completion, or you may feel nothing at all. But if you have any guilt about things left undone in the ancient past, it is not necessary to hold that pattern any longer. Let go and just go forward, full speed forward. Yay, we're all going for full speed forward. This is like a time of amazing full speed forward. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I gave you chills, Lance. I'm sorry. I hope it's good chills. Can I get a hello there? Hello there, y'all. I'm trying to do the Texas thing. You know, I'm Danish, right? Everybody knows I'm from Danish, or I'm from Danish. Yeah, that sounds really, really smart. I'm from Denmark. I was born in Copenhagen. This little city girl is out in the country of Texas, and I love it. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, I'm an artist too. Yes, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Nicole, what's going on? Okay, I am, let me see. You know that I need to send hearts too, so you're right. Oh, thank you. Okay, Nicole, I'm gonna get a card for you just to see what's going on. You know that we are all having to go through some stuff. I'm gonna have to put these pillows on properly so I sit properly. Okay. You know that we're all having to go through a lot of stuff. I want to say that there's a part of me that, you know, sometimes we feel that we're alone about this, but we're not. We're not alone. We're all dealing with stuff. We're all having to deal with stuff, and we're all having to look at life from a different perspective, because we cannot continue working from the old patterns. That is falling apart. That is falling away from us. It's like we are doing like the snakes when they get new skin on, except we're doing it on an emotional level. We are changing our DNA. We are changing our cellular structure. We are updating our powers, and we're opening up to becoming, all of us, to becoming multidimensional beings. So there's nothing normal about what we're going through. This is a tough time. Each one of you that has chosen to be here are here because you're warriors and because you don't give up, and you've chosen to be here. I know some of you think, I did not choose this at all, but okay, look around you. I dare you, look around you. If you're not happy with what you're seeing, guess what? Your mom is not going to change it. Your brother's not going to change it. Your sister's not going to change it. The only one who could change what you want to have changed is you. Nobody else. And it's very powerful to know that you can do this. Now, if you feel that you're a victim and you feel you cannot change anything, it is the way it is, there's nothing I can do. Well, I can tell you something that is completely bogus. Because you have a mind. As long as you have a mind, you have an emotion connected to that mind, you can make something happen. If you don't have the money for it, that's not going to be stopping you. The only thing that can stop you is you. And if you want to sit in the corner and say, okay, I can't, well, like Ford said, if you think you can't, you can't. But if you think you can, you can. I know I'm giving you guys a hard time. I love you still, okay? I love you guys, okay? There's no badness here. It's just that I just have to put a little bit of sense into you. If you don't like the world that you're in right now, you don't like the life that you're living right now, then you have to make that choice, and you have to say, okay, I am going to change it. Again, having a discipline in the morning where you bring in the universal energy into your body is going to give you the superpowers that you need to make things happen. Because once you work, some of us work with the angels, okay? And I've heard some people say, well, I'm being guided by the angels. I look at it as the angels are my quarterbacks, okay? I have 4 of them surrounding me all the time. I have a lot of galactic versions coming down. I have a lot of, what do you call them? Masters that I call upon, all depending on what it is I need to do. Or I just stay up in my higher self and conduct everything from there. And you all can do this. All of you can do this as well. So let me just go in here, Heidi. Let me think. Heidi, I'm wondering if I have, I'm gonna probably bring the other. Heidi, I'm gonna bring the dolphins for you. I feel that you need a little bit of TLC here. So let's just do that. Let's do the TLC for Heidi. So I bring in the dolphin energy, mermaids and dolphins. Yeah, I use them for the little softer. Okay, Heidi, you're getting right now. Set your sights higher, increase your standards, expect more for yourself, and don't settle. Guess what? We just talked about that. Look at that. We just talked about the fact that if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. But increase your standards. Don't settle. Don't settle. That's one of the biggest things here in this world. Don't settle. Because it's easy to settle. Guess what? In the end, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be paying for it anyway. In love, in money, in finances, in whatever. Don't settle. Okay. Yogi Selen Naidu. That's an interesting name. Okay, let's go here. I think that you're going to be wanting one of these cards. I'm going to do the Galactic cards because they're becoming my favorite deck right now. Because they tell me, a little bit more. It's more on another level. Emptiness, Orion, light, and future. Okay, Yogi, let's see here. We're going to see what the card means. Sometimes it means that we feel a little bit empty on the inside. But you know what? We never are. But let's just see what it says here. Sometimes there's some good teachings here, Imagine taking off in an airplane. At first, it is bumpy and the scenery is filled with many distracting things. This represents the mind. As you take off and fly through the clouds, it is like passing through the emotions. Sometimes there's bumpiness in the clouds. Eventually, you rise above the clouds, and then there is nothing but endless, empty sky. Beautiful. This is your true state of consciousness. An endless, empty field of awareness that contains nothing. There are no opinions or desires, only light. The Orion light within you, the sky, has always existed and always will. And when you recognize this, you awaken. Wow. That's just amazing. Wow, that's just amazing. I love that. Emptiness. Yes, it is. So that's a little bit also, there's another deck I have that has about, it's nothingness. It's the Osho deck. I don't have it here right now. The Osho deck has something called nothingness. And it's completely black. And whenever people get that, they're like, oh, what does that mean? I'm going to die. I'm like, no. You are nothing and you are everything at the same time, all the time. It's one of the best cards to get because it tells you about you being no thing. You're not a thing. You just are. Everything. You are everything and nothing at the same time. It's a difficult concept if you're not used to this kind of talk, right? But it's a beautiful concept because it really does tell us that we are not what we see. We are not this physical body. We are also the physical body, but we are much bigger than the non-physical. That's the thing that's so important. We are much more in the non-physical than we are in the physical. I believe we are 0.05% physical compared to the other percents in the non-physical. I mean, we're huge in the non-physical. You know, the non-physical, we are infinite. We're actually infinite. You know, it is, so I loved, okay, Rowena, let's see here what we do here with you. I'm going to get the psychic cards here because I feel that there is anything here that what would you like to know a little bit? Insight. Okay, anything. Okay. Well, you know, there's a lot of love going on right now. I feel that. Rowena, let's see here. Triumphant success. So what is it that you have been doing here in the last period? But you are definitely going towards triumph and success. I see the white, I see the pink, I see the love, I see the clarity. And I also see the sword cutting through. So it's really about getting your clarity. Let me see what they say here as well. Sometimes I like to try it out to see what it is that they also say. There it is. The first of the mental cards signifies that new beginnings and exciting challenges may be before you. Oh. By utilizing your strength, willpower, determination, and focus, there's a potential for you to reign triumphant in many areas of your life. In traditional tarot, this represents the Ace of Swords, and since a sword is a double-edged, it can cut through all the barriers that hold you back if it's done constructively and with precision. Remember, there's another side to the blade. If you're rash or use it in a destructive way, it could be harmful to yourself and others. Very powerful, yep. Always pause and think before you act. This card is a reminder to vanquish negative thoughts from your mind, strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to initiate new ways of thinking. So, very beautiful. Let me ask you something. Starseeds. How many of you are starseeds out there? How many of you resonate with the word starseeds? I have to show you. Oh, oh, that knee. Ay. Sorry. Let me just get my book. One second. I'll be right there. Now you got to see my sofa. Or you didn't really. Okay, so anybody knows that this is the book that I wrote? Okay. It's about starseeds. I'm going to open up. I'm just going to open up and do one little reading here. Here's the time when I was thinking I was enlightened. Okay, so it says, another direct channeling. We are here for the good of the people of the planets, the universe, multiverse, and solar systems. This plan has been under construction for many lifetimes. You have heard of the term Golden Age. The Golden Age has a lot to do with the spreading of love and the turning over the power of religions and of many institutions to its people. Whoa. It has all to do with love. It's the shift from fear to love. That's what we're all going through right now. We're shaking off that fear. Shake and bake. Shake that fear off, right? It will take some years for it to go into full effect. Initially, it will start small, but it will escalate faster than you can think of. People will just get it. At the same time as people start filling their fields and crops with love, the GMO will deteriorate or self-implode. News media cannot help but have to write about it because companies that make anything with GMOs are going to be hard hit. People will wake up and stop buying things or products that they do not believe in. This was written in 2012, guys. This book was written. I have literally proof that I already knew what was going to happen here. All of these companies that have fooled people for so many years will be desperately trying to figure out how to get back on the market again. And when people stop buying all their junk, the corporations will be failing. Along with people's hearts that are growing, people's intuition will be growing too. And people will start listening to their inner voices. When people listen to hearts and their inner voices, those two together, nobody can conquer. You see, that's what everybody's up against right now. There's so many things there's so many corporations and, you know, entities and whatever that are trying to force things onto us, and we are all awakening. Our hearts, our intuitions, and everything is waking up, and we're not taking any crap anymore. Sorry. That's just what's going to happen, right? But people will be empowered, and they will start questioning the churches, the banks, the institutions, and slowly, just like the Berlin Wall, those walls will fall as well. So my role is like Little Red Riding Hood, skipping along in a red dress, sending out that heart to everyone. Oh, I need a Red Riding Hood. I need a Red Riding Hood dress for Halloween. Ha! That would be fun. Don't worry, Grandma. Grandma won't be eaten by the wolf because she will be taken care of. Anyway, that was just part of the direct channels. Some of the channeling I do in this book. It's a beautiful book, and that's what I'm going to go up to New York to do. So this is part of my New York trip here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Shining on. Yes, great. Everybody's on a roller coaster, Amy. Everybody. Let's just take a card for Amy here, because I know, let's just see here. Refining Galactic Lineage, the Pleiades. Ooh, look at that. Hello, Ave Muse. I love you guys. Okay, let's see, 65. You know, it's really... Pleiadians have been involved with genetic refinement projects on Earth and other planets for thousands of years, and see it as a way to be of service from the cosmic point of view. If you chose this card, then you too most likely have had this experience in other lives, and this is why you have an interest in extraterrestrial consciousness in this life now. Always remember that learning about this subject is only meaningful if you see the bigger picture. Genetic projects represent the greater truth that we all are one. We are one consciousness expressing itself through many bodies. There's no separation between us. Exactly. On the non-physical level, we are all one. But it's interesting that that would be the card that you would get. But I also look at it as, don't feel separated from the higher beings, and if you need help, ask your guides, or ask your gods or spirit or source to come through and to help you and to fill you with love, okay? Because there is so much up there that when we sit in quiet contemplation, we go inwards, that we can access. And I'm definitely, I remember how it was when I had a very, very, very hard time. I felt that there was no one, and that's when my grandmother came down like an angel. And it was completely pitch dark, and she came with this light and this love, and she just sent this love and light to me, and I felt my heart was just, opening up. So each one on the let's send some love to Amy here, okay? Everybody, let's send some love to Amy so that she feels that let's send some love to everyone. Just put this love out there, because you know, we can sometimes be in places where we just don't know what to do. We're just in despair. But you're not alone, Amy. And if you want, you can always call me, and I'll see if I can help you in some way, or call some, you know, roller coaster. Yes, look at all the love. Look at all the hearts that were coming there. Yay! Yay! Love it! Love it! Love it! Love it! Love it! Send her some love so she feels it. Okay. Beautiful, thank you. Wow, you're born in the 70s. 70s is more the Lightworkers. I mean, we're all Lightworkers, but what do they call the 70s? Because I'm younger, I'm older than that. Hey, Dottie, Mark, let's see here. 85, yes, Trisha, you are. Mark is 76, baby. Heidi, yes, definitely. Yeah, Lynn, you know, sometimes much of the stuff that we go through, some of us are really evolved beings that were born in the beginning of the 60s. I'm one of them. And we were already evolved. We already knew why we were here. We came here. We definitely did not. We chose to be here, volunteered. Sometimes we're wondering why did we do that, but okay, that's another story. We're not gonna go on that story because that story can make us really unhappy sometimes. Let's see here. DNA. Let's see here. Oh, I like that, Potter. Time does not exist, or time doesn't exist when you're planning ahead. Well, there is no past, present, future. It's all now. I think the Buddhist tradition talk about not to be not to be attached to anything. If you're not attached to any kind of outcome, you're in harmony. You're in peace with yourself. And that's actually, I try that. It's still hard for me. But if you're not attached to anything, guess what? You're free. And when you're free, guess how fun life gets when you're completely free. You don't have any attachments. You don't have any wanting anything to be happening. You can just be. That's actually really a great state to be in, just to be, you know, not to, just keep that love flowing. Okay, so, yeah, I have several paintings behind there. This one here is Source. This one here is Source. This is my my masterpiece. It came through a time where I was. It came through a time when I was really having to make that decision. You know, that spiritual decision. This decision that says, "Okay, Helene, you have been dilly-dallying about a lot of different things. You have been trying to get the the physical and the spiritual to go together. It's about time to do it now." And I remember it was the year we got into the 2012. Yeah, 2012. Yeah, 2012. That's when this one is built, I think. This one is painted in 2012. Well, the New Year's Eve. Everybody was out partying and getting a headache for the next day. I was at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was painting that one into the new year. I was celebrating the new year by doing this painting. And it's called Source. And it has a very important message for me every time I see it. There's always another layer. There's always another layer. There's always more to go through. But stay in that flow. Stay in that flow. That's more or less what it is. Yes. Yes, good for you. Committed married to a spiritual life. Yes. I used to wonder when people said, "Oh, my spirituality is more important than my family, whatever." You know, that was difficult for me, but I'm looking at it now as it is very, very important. It is one of the most important things for me as well. That's the first thing I do in the morning. I'm in my meditation. I'm doing my spiritual work. I'm connecting with the above. I'm downloading and I'm writing, because I'm writing my second book right now. That's the first thing I do every morning. Yeah, connect. Once I've connected and brought in that beautiful divine energy into me, then I can do anything in the world during the day. But if I don't connect, ooh, I'm having a hard time. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, yeah, spiritual commitment does not seem like commitment. Oh no, I would not change my life for anything. My spiritual life, I would not change for anything. I mean, in other words, I love what I do. And I love also having the understanding that I'm not a physical body. This is a physical body. No, it's a spiritual being with an earth suit. That's more or less what we have, right? We have an earth suit. So did you remember? 100%. Let's see here. Well, Rhonda, great to see you too. I haven't seen you before either. Oh, Lynn, you've been committed to opening for years. Yes. Sometimes it takes a while until we really do. We said one day we just, okay, that's it. We're going to just go with whatever it is we want to go with. I can't say that I was very comfortable doing live videos before. But because I channel every day, and I bring that information into, I record every day, I've gotten so used to just channeling the information. That's what I'm doing now too. I'm just channeling the love, channeling the information. It's just a way of spreading that love. And now I'm able to do it live, and I think it's wonderful. And if you guys don't like it, you're gonna tell me. You're not gonna come and see me. That's okay. Then I gotta do something else. But no, this has become something that I really like doing, and I'm going to try to do it every day of the weekday, not weekends, because weekends I'm usually really busy with other things. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Awareness rocks, but what's the difference with consciousness? It's around the same. Maybe somebody else can. Awareness is. We are using so many words right now that really mean the same. Awareness, consciousness, almost like an enlightened state. I mean, you're opening up to the non-physical energy, information, consciousness, awareness. It's just being open. It's just being open. Having the veil taken away from our eyes so we really can see. I mean, many times the biggest thing is when we are born with amnesia. I don't know who constructed that version of it, but we are brought into this earth and we have no memory. And then we walk around in this little earth suit, and then we try to figure out why we're here and why that suit is so small, because we are such big souls going into this really, really small little earth suit. And we end up sleeping a lot the first part of our birth. I mean, after we've been born, we sleep a lot because we want to be on the other side, because this is really tough to be in this little body, right? And then after a while, we actually end up starting to talk, but still we're very awake and aware and open to the above, so that we are connected with the above all the time. But then after we start going to school, then we close down, because we are, I mean, at least for my part, when I started going to school, people thought I was weird, because I could see what I could see. So I ended up having to close down my what I was able to see and sense, which is easy, which is I understand it now. I didn't understand it then. I was like, why doesn't everybody else see what I see? You know? Anyway, that's the reason. That's interesting. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Janine. Oh, I'm happy that the cards helped you guys. Okay, Rhonda, let's see. Let's see, Rhonda. Let's do the Keepers of Light. I thought that was really interesting that we had the Sanat Kumara before, and now we're going to do another one. We're going to see what other higher vibrational beings are coming through. Okay, boo-boo, I know. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Okay, guys, this is what we're gonna end up with. We're gonna have infinite abundance because we're thinking it, right? I've been thinking about that a lot. Obstacles are being removed as we speak. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Lord Ganesh, let's just look at Lord Ganesh right now. Let those obstacles be moved. Let's get that cash going and flowing into our bank accounts. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, so I love that. Yes. I've been waiting for that for a little while, you know? The infinite abundance is not at all a bad thing. It's a very, very good. Let's see what Lord Ganesh says here. And he's the son of Lord Shiva and the goddess Parvati. Legend says he received his elephant head as a replacement after his father sliced his human one off when he mistook him for an intruder. Ganesh is acknowledged as the Lord who removes obstacles and is much loved by taxi drivers in India because they believe he helps them weave in and out of the crazy traffic. Okay, have any of you ever been to India? Have you ever sat in an India taxi cab? I am telling you, you are going to have a heart attack the first time you do that. Never seen anything like it. Oh my gosh. So they have these two, you know how it is when you're driving down the road and you have these, the lines are showing where the roads are, right? And in my Western thinking, these lines are for one car. And then it separates and then it's for another car. No. In India, it's like there are two cars inside the lines, inside two of those lines. I mean, so instead of one car like we have, they put together two cars that are driving. Oh my gosh. And they do that. They are honking their horns all the time, and it's da la la la. And I remember asking my driver, I said, I don't want to distract you because this is pretty overwhelming. I asked him, I said, what? He says, oh no, we honk our horns because we're talking to each other. The way we honking our horns all the time. I said, who would know? Yeah, because the guy back there, he wants to do a left turn, so he's just honking his horn 2 times, and the other one does it 3 times, and the other one does a long one. That means something else. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I guess if you're growing up with it, that's easy for you. But for me, I would have had a heart attack. I mean, I was glad I wasn't driving in India. I was just sitting in the back seat. I was trying to hold not see anything. But that was so cool. Okay, let's see here. Do you guys have any questions? Because it's always a way to. The way to get a card is to share this with a group or... Yes, I painted those paintings on my wall. Maybe I should give you a little trip about on all of my paintings. I'm going to do that just for the fun of it, if you guys want to see. Okay. This is one of them. This is, and this is, let me see here. This is another one. And these are the ones you see behind me. Let's see here. These are the ones you see behind me. And then this is another one. I want to show you that one. You see? Yeah, that's a beautiful one too. And here I have one that's called Channeling Jackson Pollock. I'm going to show you, go back a little bit. That's a big one. Channeling Jackson Pollock. And we have several more, but that's more or less, that's my little studio. My little gallery is right here. So anyway, so now you got to see those. Okay, my dears, I'm going to have to continue here because I'm actually on my butterflies, yes. I'm actually having very little batteries here. What is need? Okay, Tricia, what do you mean? It's needed to be told what you're saying. I have written the book, and I'm writing the next book, so it is one of the things that I am doing. TT, okay, let me Okay, well, let me just get a card for most of you here because this is Potter. This is confirmation. Yes, good. I'm trying to make sure that everybody... Oh, okay, I'm seeing that I'm going to have a hard time doing everyone right now. That's sad. But at the same time... Okay, I'm going to have to do this because I have to get going with my work as well. I'm going to make a card for every one of you that is staying back here, and I'm going to see if I can connect with each one of you that is needing a card and what you need to get out of it. This one is throwing away. Oh, okay, we got it. Mental transformation. I'm going to tell each one of you. And I'm going to tell you the reason why this is a very good card. And this is a card that I work with this all the time. I'm a hypnotist as well, right? So beliefs, habits, and mental attachments cause most of the distress that we experience. And sometimes we don't even realize we have them. Now that we are making a planetary transition, it requires us to let go of those obstacles to true awakening. Our future Sirius friends who have released these obstacles can help us with this because they provide loving guidance to help us navigate this transition. This card asks you to be truthful about your limiting beliefs and habits, even the positive ones, and open yourself to new and flexible ways of thought and being. Each one of you that is on this card, this feed that would like me to do a reading or anything like that, just connect with me on my website, My Divine Connection. But look here, mental transformation. Yes, we are all doing this. This is something that we are all having to do. Whether we like it or not, we have to transform our thought patterns, our beliefs, our everything that we are about right now has a lot to do with transforming. Transitioning, change, everything, it's in a flow. We're flowing with Mother Earth, we're flowing with the planets, we're flowing with everyone. We have to continue evolving and updating ourselves. We're updating our DNA, we're updating our cells, we're updating our thought patterns. It's just part of evolution. We are having to do this. If we don't want to do it, we're going to be forced to it. I can tell you. There is nothing that is standing still right now. Everything is in change. And it has never been really standing still. It's always been in an expansion. But since May, up until now, we have really been feeling it on our energy bodies, on our emotional bodies, big time. And it's okay. It's just part of the whole thing. Anyway, my dears, I'm going to get my butt to the gym. And then I have some other work to do. And I love you guys. I might see you later on this evening. I don't know. I might have more time because I love spending time with you. But now I have to actually go back and do some work. This is part of my pleasure. And I love you. And just share, like, and share. And so then you know when I'm on. That you get I think you get notifications every time I'm on now if you like this as well. Okay, have fun. Love you guys. Okay.